belly heat, basking heat. Certainly my coastals belly heat would be great, but they do have heat panels. My jungles are a definite basking heat. My spotteds, belly heat. My Bredley, she could continue with the basking heat and has shown me that she likes to bask. Hi guys, Jack is kind of got me a little bit tight around my neck at the moment, but my goodness, today the sun is glorious and it's warm, so you know it's winter, or pretty darn close. We've had lots of rain. I'm trying to keep you from that sun. Lots of rain, with chilly, you know, for up here. So, you know, the first opportunity that I get, I'm going to bring my snakes out. And of course, you know, Jack is a loner. You know, he's a boy that spends a lot of time just wanting to be by himself, and that's not because he's not social or he's not friendly, because he absolutely is. He's just a man, and leave the man alone. He's not nasty, he doesn't try and go me, he just likes his own space. So, you know, often, and I'll get on to Jack so you can see him, you know, oftentimes I do have to get Jack out, because he will. He'll just lay in his enclosure, do his own thing, and isn't so, I want to come out. Occasionally he is like that, but yeah, more often than not these days I'm the one getting him out. So I did want to take this opportunity to get him outside. That was the one thing that I wanted to do. I've been hanging just to get Jack out, to let him come outside and get some sun on him. He's going to go to the toilet, sweetie, so just leave him be and give him his privacy. So, and I knew, you know, he also needed to go to the toilet, because Jack will wait for me to get him out before he will go to the toilet. Midnight. I need to go to the toilet. You know, I can say to you, it is fabulous that the snakes are like that. Not heading so just on back over with me. Not so fabulous. And you know, he's getting to be. You can lift up his back end for Nan if you're going to lift. Thank you, bud. You know, Noah's understanding. You know that snakes need quite a bit of support on their body, and not just their top end. They do need it for the whole length of their body. So, where are you going to hide, bud? Hey? But, you know, this sunshine is perfect for your snake. They so need to get out and get that UVB. I do not have UVB in Jack's enclosure. As babies, and until I start really bringing them on out into the sunshine, I like them to have that UVB on them. But, you know, I'm not saying that you have to. I know lots of people now are actually putting UVB in with their snakes, so I do believe it is of benefit to them as well. But, you know, let's talk a little bit about heating, because, you know, some people like the belly heat and some people like the basking. And, you know, in honesty, I do believe it depends on what species of snake you've actually got. You know, for Jack, truly, I think belly heat for him would be perfect, because he spends so much time on that ground. He doesn't go up onto his logs to bask or get right up under the heat like my jungles do. Coastals just don't do that. I'm not saying they don't like to climb, because they do like to climb. Could you hop out and stop me making shadows? And I can't see him. But you know, I do find that my coastals like ground level a lot more than like being up high. But of course they've got that availability, and I think you should offer that to any species of snake if you can get them something in their enclosure for them to actually climb up onto. I'm sure that they would really, really appreciate it. But as I said, you know, my coastals, yeah, belly heat, and I am probably going to be looking at the belly heat for Jack in the new enclosure. I haven't quite made up my mind. He may have the option of that heat from above and the heat from below. You know, I'll decide once I'm getting it going. But you know, my jungles, honestly, basking heat. They like to be up high. They like to climb. And my guys, you know, my jungles do come and put themselves right up under their heat panel and lay directly under it and bask. So yeah, that I would not put belly heat in for my jungles. And the reason why I would be putting belly heat in the taller enclosures is because the ground level is going to be cold, and I certainly don't want them thinking, and I don't think my jungles would, because they're just so safe and secure in my home. But I wouldn't want them finding a nice cozy spot on the floor and thinking, this is the safest spot in this great big enclosure, so I'm going to lay down here where there isn't heat, whether it's cold or not. You know, you know, how do you say this? You know, they would probably go up high and warm up and then go down low and cool down. But I would just like to know that they've got a warm spot on the ground and they can get up under their basking as well. Now, so far Tessa has actually shown me that she likes to bask too. So I am going to give her basking heat from above and not from underneath as well. So, you know, I guess, what do your guys do? You know, I know, you know, my spotteds, and so I've got very many helpers out here today, which is fabulous. I know my spotted, Jack's probably thinking, oh my goodness, 4 hands. We're gonna go. What are you checking out? All these people are around you today, and not just your mum. He's probably thinking, my goodness, you're in the sun there. But basically, my spotteds, they like belly heat, and currently I do not have that. I have basking because that's how Maya came. Apani is going to get belly heat. I've bought a heat cord for her. I haven't got a heat mat, but I've got a heat cord for her. So I will be, I'm trying to find his face here. What you looking at over my arm there? What can you see, dude? But yeah, she's going to get belly heat. She spends a lot of time on the ground. And if she's in a hammock, it's over the cooler side. So do I put a hammock up under the heating over on the warm side, plus have it on the cool side? Because I think she would use either side, to be perfectly honest. So, you know, I was told that spotteds like the ground and spend, you know, they're rather terrestrial. But hey, Maya loves a hammock, and right now that is where she is. She is laying up in her hammock. And Jack is going, well, Mum, I haven't been outside. Just leave him be, darling, so he can check things out, darling. He likes to make sure he's safe and
I love him.
and nobody's going to get him or hurt him.
I stepped into his poo.
Good on you. His wee, it was actually.
Wee and poo. One little.
That's his urate, doll.
Well, I stepped in it.
Okay. So, as you can see, Jack is like, wow, I'm outside. And look, I haven't been able to get my snakes outside for a good month, so you know, when it's a nice sunny day and it's not too hot, there's a little bit of a breeze as well. Boy, I'm going to jump on it and I'm going to get at least one of them out here today. Lily only just fed, so, you know, she's not wanting to come out. Jessie's just fed. Maya could actually do with a little bit of sunshine, so I might actually get her out. But yeah, just talking about take your time, don't rush Jack. He's cool, be slow, and be mindful that he's just a chill dude, you know. Doesn't need people panicking because he's going a bit too far away. Okay? Oh my goodness. I'm not even. Sit down, bub, and he will just crawl off you. Sit. Let him go a little bit. Give him his space to move and get his grip. Okay. There you go, dude. Are you right? You're right. Hey. So there you go. I just wanted Jack to come on outside and have some time out. I'll let him get a better grip here so he can cruise. You know, I miss Jack, you know, not coming out. You know, he's nothing like Lily. He is, in actual fact, the absolute opposite in that. In his personality, he's much more subdued. He's much quieter. Certainly calmer. Lily is, you know, that go, but Jack isn't. He just takes his time pretty much about everything that he does, and he's just coming through my leg here. And, you know, as I said, it's not too hot, but I'm not going to keep him out for too long either. I'm going to actually let him come inside and he can go and hang out on the hangout spot for a little while today and cruise around, because he hasn't done that for quite some time.
And then we might get...
So, valley heat, basking heat. Certainly my coastals, valley heat would be great, but they do have heat panels. My jungles are a definite basking heat. My spotteds, valley heat. My Bradley, she could continue with the basking heat and has shown me that she likes to bask. So, you know, I don't think it's just a given that they all should be on valley heat or they all should be on basking heat. I think that it does go by your species and how you've observed them, and yeah, do it that way, certainly. And there's nothing wrong, you know, if you've got a snake and you think, oh, it should have belly heat, but I've got basking heat, believe me, they're going to find the warm and they're going to keep themselves warm anyway. But yeah, pretty much. I keep losing Jack. I think I'm in zoom a bit, and I'm atrocious with zooming Jack. Do you know that? But boy, oh boy, do I love my guys. I tell you what, I love them. Can't imagine my life without them actually anymore. And you know, all I can say to people is You know, if you've ever thought about getting a snake and you've thought about it and you just keep saying, oh yeah, but, or, you know, guys, don't hold off. You will never ever regret making that first step. And believe me, for me, it was jumping in. You know, I hadn't really given it a great deal of thought actually, but the opportunity was there, and I just sort of thought, yeah, I would, yeah. And maybe because I fell in love, of course, with, and who couldn't fall in love with these beautiful, well, I'd love to show you his face, but you know what Jack's face is like. Who couldn't fall in love, and they so needed to be cared for, and I, you know, yeah, it is the best thing I ever did. I can't even put it into words. I don't know what I would do every day if I didn't have a snake with me. I just would not be me. It wouldn't be who I am anymore. They are that great big piece of my life, and they're not the little bit at all. You know, once upon a time it was my children that were that great big piece. Well, they're all grown up and they've all gone. So now I can put 100% pretty much of my life, besides the children that I have with me. But now I can be pretty, where are you going? Focused on making sure these guys have everything that they need and are being well cared for. Are you looked after, Jack? Does your mum spoil you? I'm hoping I've got his face. I can't see where this camera is. Are you going to climb on the camera? Are you? You give Mum a kiss. You did. Okay, I'm going to say ciao because I'm going to get the boy back inside and see if he wants to have a drink, of course, first. And then he can have a cruise around while everybody else is in their enclosures happily. He gets time with me. So guys, thank you very much for watching, of course, for your support with my channel and my videos, and loving your comments. Keep them coming. Press the like, press subscribe, and I'll see you with another video very soon. So, ciao.